Hey guys, Frank here, welcome in our studio. Today I want to introduce something really cool for you guys. You know, a while ago I totally fell in love with the black diffusion or black mist filters from K&F Concept, and I've been using them all the time. Now there are several strengths. I mostly use the 1.4 and the 1.8. The 1.4 if my lights are a little bit further away from the model, and the 1.8 for video or when the lights are a little bit closer to a model. So what does the black diffusion filter do? It creates beautiful lens flares. It doesn't do it by magic, by the way. You still have to do the proper lighting setup, of course. But we have many videos about that online, and it's not about that. I'm just going to show you some images in between of those beautiful lens flares. So, the lens flares. But there are also other filters that I use, of course. Especially when we're shooting outside. Now, when you're shooting outside with strobes, you're limited to the 125th rule, your X-sync, unless, of course, you have strobes that support high-speed sync or hypersync. But our strobes from Hensel and many other strobes don't allow this, so you are shooting on 125th of a second. Most of the times when there's sun outside, that means that you have a depth of field from here to Tokyo. Unless you're living in Tokyo, then it's from Tokyo to Amsterdam. In other words, you have a lot of depth of field. But sometimes you want to work with a shallow depth of field. So how do you do that with strobes? You have to make sure that there's less light hitting the sensor. And landscape photographers probably already know the answer. You're using neutral density filters. A neutral density filter takes away light. But with strobes, maybe I want to shoot on 2.8, maybe I want to shoot on f4 or 5.6 or f8 or f11 or f16, maybe f22. So it would make sense to use a variable ND filter. Now, what is a variable ND filter? You put it in front of your lens, and by turning the filter, you can change the amount of light that passes through the filter. Hence the name neutral density filter variable, or in other words, a variable neutral density filter. Now, I was talking with Mofides, the Dutch distributor for K&F Concept, and we came up with this really cool idea. Now, a lot of the students during our workshops love the black mist filters, and actually they're called black diffusion filters, but I still call them black mist filters. And of course the 1.4 and the 1.8 are big sellers in our student area. So the variable ND filter is also something that people want. So they want to buy 3 filters. And then we came up with the idea, why not make a beautiful leather pouch? And all these pouches are unique because they're handcrafted. And when you open it up, you have this beautiful layout where you find, of course, the 1.8 black mist or black diffusion filter, the 1.4, which is now on my camera, and you get, well, the variable ND filter from 8 to 128. So that's 5 real f-stops. So that's really handy. And of course, you also get a protection cap. The nice thing is that in the pouch, you can just drop it in your bag. And there's one thing that I didn't tell you guys yet. The whole system is magnetic. So that means that you get a magnetic ring and you can just take the filters off as easy as you would normally wish they would come off. Because we all know that those screw-on filters, if you're outside and there's a little bit of dust in that screw mount, you hardly get them off. Or you put them on a little bit weird and you don't get them off anymore. A lot of panic? Well, with a magnetic system, no problem at all. You just take them off and you put them on as you wish. So switching between the 1.4, the 1.8 and the variable ND filter with the Frank Doorhof K&F Concept set, no problem at all. They're available now in the Benelux, in the stores, and of course via our own website. I would like to thank Mofides and of course K&F Concept very much for providing us a magnetic system that's totally up to my wishes and that I highly recommend. So, one more time, a variable ND filter for using strobes outside or making those silky smooth waterfalls, a 1.4 black diffusion filter and a 1.8 black diffusion filter including the magnetic ring, available in stores now. No reason to not get beautiful lens flares. Get it now. Thank you so very much for watching, guys. See you again next time. Bye bye.